In a shocking announcement that will reverberate across the sports media landscape, John Skipper, president of ESPN, announced his resignation Monday. Skipper, who has been president of the company since 2012, recently signed a contract extension through 2021. In ESPN's announcement of the resignation, Skipper disclosed that he has a substance addiction, and that the most important thing I can do right now is to take care of my problem. I come to this public disclosure with embarrassment, trepidation and a feeling of having let others I care about down, he said. ESPN said that George Bodenheimer, a former ESPN president who has also served as its executive chairman, would serve as its acting chairman for 90 days, after which a permanent president would presumably be named. Besides recently signing an extension, Skipper was very visible up until his resignation. Last weekend, he attended the company's telecasts of the Heisman Trophy ceremony and the Lomachenko-Rigaudeau fight. Last week, he was the keynote speaker at the Sports Video Group Summit, and he led a meeting at the company's Bristol, Connecticut, campus for 450 of its most prominent camera-facing talent. Many of those prominent on-air ESPN employees were shocked at Skipper's resignation, expressing their appreciation for the support he gave their careers. "This person has created everything that exists here at ESPN for us," Dan Le Batard said live on his radio show, tearing up as he announced the news to his audience. "John Skipper is one of the finest people I've ever worked for," Gemly Hill, who was suspended by Skipper earlier this year, wrote on Twitter. The last 6 months have been perhaps the most trying time of Skipper's almost 5 years in charge of the company. The amount of people who subscribe to cable packages including ESPN has continued to decline, leading to 2 painful rounds of layoffs. Last week, the Boston Globe reported on a hostile work environment for women at ESPN. There is no obvious successor for Skipper, who has overseen multiple executive shakeups over the last year. Possible successors inside the company include Connor Skell, head of content, Justin Connolly, head of sales and marketing, and Burke Magnus, head of programming. The New York Times.